Has anyone noticed that it's literally becoming impossible?
If something is not done with the prices that keep going up in Canada, I will be on the street.
Okay, so this is a little message for the government. Not that you...
If something is not done with the prices that keep going up in Canada...
Is the UK sleeping on this? Why are people in the UK complaining?
Has anyone noticed that it's literally becoming impossible to live a normal life because of the inflation that's going on? Literally, our rent payment used to be $800. 2 bedroom, 2 full bath. $1,400. $1,400 is what we pay now. Used to be $800 just a few years ago, and now it's $1,400. Go figure. My auto insurance gone up 28%. Again, go figure. Inflation. Don't let me forget to mention electric bill, $300. For what? For what? It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Now the icing on the cake, I feel like I go to the grocery store, okay? I go to Kroger, I feel like I go in there with $100 and I come out with a gallon of milk and 2 pieces of toast. And not even the good pieces of toast. You know, like the end pieces? That's what I come out with. It is dumb what is going on. How has inflation affected you guys? Because, again, the rent used to be $800, now it's $1,400. $300 electric bill? Like, seriously, guys? Like, this is stupid. This is what's been going on in America. Inflation.
Became impossible to live in UK now. Everywhere is better than in UK. You need to run away. They're not increasing our wages, but tax is higher and higher. That's what I hear every day from people who live here. But I can completely disagree. Come on, darling, if you're saying that, come to Ukraine and we'll see. Because for me, life in UK is amazing. Financial side of it. When I was in Ukraine, I could only dream about having a car. I never had proper holiday there and never seen a seaside. Didn't have any designer clothes and couldn't afford a cup of coffee from the coffee shop. But here in UK, having a minimum wage, you can buy a house, you can go for holiday, you can buy a car and have that cup of coffee every day. And another good point, you don't have war over here. You don't need to worry if you wake up next day. You got a very good life. So grow up and get on with your life.
Okay, so this is a little message for the government. Not that you probably care, but if you do, this is a message for you. I just want to fill up my car. And it cost me $102. Okay, that's a sick joke. Considering my car used to be $80, like, how did we get to this? Like, $102, you've just, like, cost me about 5 cups of coffee that I now won't buy because I had to put extra in my fucking car for fuel this week. I basically feel like I would really like to know what you guys all earn and what exactly you fucking do to earn that kind of money, because I can sit down and tell you what I do at work, and I work really, really fucking hard, but I've got to live week to week because the inflation right now is kicking me in the ass. I don't exactly know what you guys do because it never seems to be anything that you promise when you're fucking getting elected to be in the government. But anyway, that's besides the point of this video. You all basically get paid to break fucking promises, I think. But anyway, back to the point. Just have a bit of a questionnaire for you, if you could take the time to answer these couple of questions. What do you actually think the average income for the everyday Australian is? Let me tell you, you probably fucking quadruple what the rest of us make. But at the moment, the average cost of rent is well and truly over $600, right? I'm telling you, that's more than half a weekly income there. I just put $100 in my car for fuel. So that's about $700 a week just in fuel and petrol for most of us. And then, believe it or not, we do have to eat. So with the fucking cost of groceries at the moment too, if you're lucky, you can get maybe 2 bags at the shops for about $300 these days. So that we're at about $900 there, sir, and we haven't paid a single fucking bill yet. Now, let me tell you, in case you didn't know, most people don't even earn $900 a week. Okay. And you're particularly fucked if you're on a single income like myself. Because, yeah, you're down $900 and you've done 3 things. You haven't paid a bill yet. Energy Australia, I do apologise. I'm about $200 behind in an electricity bill at the moment. But I can't really fucking help that one. Sorry. I think the Optus bill is about $120 behind. And before anyone thinks they can beat me to it, I don't pay for my lashes or anything like that. So please don't tell me to cut back on the luxuries, because I've cut back, well, pretty much as the best I fucking can, really. Again, besides the point, I just have to throw that in there because there's always someone that's like, oh, but you've got lashes. Well, I don't pay for them, so try again, troll. Back to the government. basically just put $100 in my car so I can get to work so that you guys can pay me to pay rent in a house that I pretty much visit because I never get to be at the house because I've got to work so much just to afford the petrol, to pay for the petrol to get to work, to pay for the fucking house that I don't live in that I visit so that I can work. Do you get what I'm saying? Basically, I pay for petrol to go to work, to pay for the house that I get to visit because I'm always at work.
Things I've given up because of the cost of living. I've seen a few videos on TikTok now talking about things people have given up because of the rising cost of living, and I just kind of wanted to speak to that a little bit. You know, there's a ton of things I could list when it comes to the list of things I've given up because of the rising cost of living. But honestly, the thing that matters to me the most is not even any of the material things like eating out or being able to get someone else to cut my hair or being able to get new glasses because I have a big old scratch across one of the lenses that I can't afford to get replaced. The biggest thing for me is just the constant feeling and pressure of stressing about finances and how to make ends meet. So that's why I started this account, to try and find ways to make extra money and share it with you.
If something is not done with the prices that keep going up in Canada, I will be on the street. I will be literally on the street corner next week, panhandling, asking for some change. It's comical how our wages aren't going up, but the price of everything around us skyrocketing. And it's not near as bad in America as it is in Canada. It's 1,000% worse in Canada. Every aspect, we can't catch a break. Groceries are now like triple the price. I just saw a video on TikTok and this girl was like, isn't this expensive for what this is? And it was a vegetable platter, not even like expensive vegetables, literally carrots, some broccoli, some cucumber, little cherry tomatoes. It was a decent sized platter, but it wasn't anything crazy. And that was being charged $45 for the platter. Over double the amount that would used to be. You know, like a normal platter like that probably would go for about $15 to $20. It's $2.50 for an apple. When you're weighing to get an apple, it's $2.50 per pound for an apple. I haven't gone to facial in so long. And when I was in high school, I used to go to this facial place all the time and get, my skin cleaned out. It's been quite a few years since I've actually been to this facial place. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to treat myself to a facial. They used to charge me $50 before tax. And I just looked it up now. It was $89 before tax. We're not doing anything more magical. We're now charging me $40+ more for a facial. That's how much it's gone up. We have the most expensive gas prices in the world. We have the most expensive car insurance in the world. Every aspect where you would think maybe I could save some money, you can't save any money. And then on top of that, our rent is one of the most expensive in the world. We're paying millions and millions of dollars for the land. So you could have a broken down, rotting house that's falling apart with rats in it, and you'd be charged millions of dollars for this house just because of the land of it. That's how expensive it is to live in Canada. I'm talking about specifically Vancouver. I don't know if it's like this in other parts of Canada as much, but it is becoming insane. I'm saying if the prices keep going up and the wages aren't going to be going up, then how do you expect us to live? Where are we going to be living? How are people going to pay off their debt? If you have debt, you're basically just going to keep working to pay off the minimum of your debt. You're never going to be able to pay it off. It's not a way to live.
I've had enough. I've had enough of energy companies raising prices whilst raking in billions. I've had enough of our bills going up every month while our wages stay the same. I've had enough of getting hit by tax rises from politicians who let billionaires get away with paying nothing. I've had enough of being told
we're all in this together
by people who cut funding for our vital services. I've had enough of CEOs giving themselves massive bonuses but sacking their staff if they don't take pay cuts. I've had enough of politicians who clap for carers one day and froze their pay the next. I've had enough of fire and rehire, 0-hour contracts, and people in Britain having amongst the worst sick pay in Europe. I've had enough of promises for new schools or new hospitals that are never built. I've had enough of politicians who partied whilst people died.
This fictional party was a business meeting and it was not socially distanced.
And I've had enough that we're told we must make sacrifice after sacrifice whilst billionaires are flying off into space.
I want to thank every Amazon employee because you guys paid for all this.
I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of empty words, and I'm not going to take it anymore. On June the 18th, I'm marching to let the government know enough is enough. We demand better.
I hate to be the one to say this, but the reason that the cost of living is so high and the reason that regular household items and groceries continue to increase is because we don't know how to stop purchasing things. We don't know how to say no. We don't have self-control. Like, if I think about history and why in the history books people actually got like a little bit of change, it's because they had some sort of resistance, some sort of self-control. We literally buy Amazon, TikTok, freaking Target, Fashion Nova, Shein, whatever the case may be, all of these stores always gets orders just coming in and out. At what point do we say no? At what point do we fight back? Because the reality of it is the government is looking at us like, okay, they're never going to stop. So why would we decrease the price on anything? Y'all need to just make some more money and fend for yourselves. But no, everybody has to have the latest everything. I don't know. But coming into the new year, January 2025, I will not be purchasing anything that is not necessary. And I say this and I'm holding myself to it because I am tired of eating my money. I am tired of wearing my money. It needs to go somewhere else. Who's with me?
Is the UK sleeping on this? Why are people in the UK complaining about the cost of living, complaining about living paycheck to paycheck, complaining about the fact that they are slogging their bollocks off, being burnt out, working their 9 to 5 and not being paid enough, but everyone's still sleeping on this? Guys, please wake up. Because this is 2024 and having to work for somebody to earn a wage that is just enough to cover your bills is literally old news. I'm not even... Yesterday, I made £500 passively whilst I was changing my bed sheets. And because I'm in this space, the majority of people that are actually doing it, yes, there are a few people from the UK doing it, and I'm sure there's probably more than what I've just seen or that I know about. But like, this is huge in America and huge in Canada and New Zealand and Australia. Guys, UK, we need to wake up. Actually learn a high income skill within a matter of a few weeks and you can start earning a passive income from the comfort of your sofa, from on the beach, on the school run, on your dog walk, whilst you're lying in bed, whilst you're asleep, whatever it is. You can literally start today to start creating yourself a passive income like this. But everyone is just still sleeping on it. Get it? You see something online and you think it's too good to be true. I was that person. Last year, I was just like, I saw a mum who claimed that she had made millions within 17 months from doing this. And I was like, but something made me scroll back. And I scrolled back and I went on her page. And that was the start of my journey because what she was doing. And then obviously it opened a huge door for me. And I entered this world of people were making an insane amount of money each month through doing this. And not only were they making an insane amount of money each month through doing this, but they were making it in their fucking sleep. So what I'm talking about is digital marketing and creating digital products. Not only creating your own, you don't even have to create your own digital products. You can purchase digital products that are created by somebody else that has a master resale right attached to it. So therefore you can purchase it already made, put your own stamp on it and resell it as your own for 100% profit, guys. 100% profit. A really quick rundown of exactly what you're going to need to do. You're going to need to purchase and invest in a course that is going to teach you absolutely everything that you are going to need to know. A course that is going to run you step by step from A to Z with videos showing you exactly what you need to do, so you can watch it on your phone or watch it on your laptop, and then you can use another device and literally copy exactly what they're doing. That is the first thing that you're going to do. You're going to look into a course that for you. The second thing is that you're going to need an automated service. You're going to need something that is going to do all of the hard work for you, which is going to be completely automated. So that's going to be able to create you money whilst you sleep. Having an automated service is going to have your business running in the background 24/7, creating you sales, generating you money, running people through your pipeline. This is what it's going to be doing. We don't have to physically go out to work anymore, guys. Open your eyes, and the UK are really sleeping on this. Like I say, I earned £500 from a digital product whilst I was changing my bed. You know how I started? I purchased the Roadmap course. It's just been updated. It's now called the Roadmap 3.0. I purchased that course. I implemented all those skills, and I have done everything that course is. If you are interested in learning about this course, and not only when you invest in this course are you going to be able to create yourself an online income through digital products and digital marketing, but you can sell this course as your own. So you sell it once, you've made your investment back. So whilst you're working on your own digital products in the background, you're already earning a passive income from a high ticket digital product because you're reselling the course. So offering a complete free automated software system for you for free when you purchase the roadmap course. So not only are you going to be getting the roadmap course, that you're going to be having your first high digital product to sell and earn from, you're going to be building your own business to learn from. And you're also going to be having all of your automated software that's going to be making you money in your sleep. It's going to be running in the background for you. Over £1,000 worth of software for free for 1 whole year. You really don't need to go and drag your ass out of bed, sit in traffic, and go to an office that you hate. You don't have to do this anymore. Give yourself 6 months, learn these skills, and I'm telling you now, you could start creating a life that you dream about, and you can start creating yourself a life where you're going to be so financially and stress-free that the only regret that you would be having is that you didn't start sooner. My biggest regret is that I didn't start sooner, because God knows where I'd be if I had started sooner. If you want to know more about how to get started, or you want to know more about the roadmap, all the information that you're going to need is linked to the top of my page. Have a look through it. There are 2 links there. One is just for the roadmap, and the second one is for the roadmap with the free offer of the automated software. So, or if you want to reach out to me, we can have a chat.
The cost of spirits is set to soar thanks to a tax hike. A scheduled 6-month...
When does it end? When does it stop? This cost of living and housing crisis, we are heading for something bad. I can feel it. I feel it in my bones. And I just want to ask, if you're an Australian, like me, are you tired? And I'm not talking about just physically tired. I'm talking like tired in your soul. Like at the moment, I feel like I am just grinding to get nowhere with no end in sight. And I don't even have it that bad. Like, I am privileged in this circumstance, and today I'm single, I don't have a mortgage, and I don't have children. Granted, I don't make a shit ton of money, but it is still a struggle. So I do not know how families with children, with mortgages, are doing it. How are you doing it? Are you okay? Do you need help? Like, does anyone care? And another thing, I know 70% of my followers are American. Is it that bad over there, or is it just here? Is it everywhere? I don't know. But I'm just tired. I'm so tired all the time. All the time. And then I think, if I'm tired and feeling like this, how must families with mortgages be feeling? Like, it must be crippling. Are you okay? Something needs to happen, or something needs to stop. We can't keep going on like this. It is not right, and it is not fair. The latest bit of data I saw was stating that at the moment, 69% of the price increases in the country, in Australia, that we are seeing are false and are only being used or scapegoated under the guise of inflation or increased cost of goods, increased cost of living, etc., etc. The big fat cats, they're making the dough, they're making the money. And as always, the middle class are left to suffer. And I'm not going to throw lower class into that equation, because I don't like referring to them as lower class. They're not lower class people. And they struggle at the best of times, let alone at the moment. But my biggest thing is, what can we do, or what are we going to do? What can we do? What are we going to do to stop it? Just stop. Because when enough people unite and start standing against this ridiculousness, you would be amazed at how powerful that one singular voice can be. Speaking of the voice, I don't even know what that is about. What is the voice about? I'm too concerned with cost of living and housing crises to be concerned with what the voice is. No one can tell me what the voice is. Is that what they use, putting in front of us? The voice, the voice, the voice, in order to, like, hide everything else? Oh, tax increases, tax cuts, blah, 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 blah. I just have zero trust and faith in this government at the moment. Zero. And big business. Government and big business. Zero. I don't think I ever have, now that I'm thinking about it. I don't think so. But I do wish anybody who is tired or struggling just all the best. No one is alone in this. Nobody is alone. I don't think a single person I've seen has got a tax return this year. That's how bad it is. It will get better. There will be better days ahead. Eventually.
I just want to know, what exactly are people doing to manage themselves in this economy? I, myself, and my husband, we're already struggling as it is. Considering how crazy inflation is and how everything is just going up in price. Let me tell you about that gas. And in part, I am so grateful that I work from home because that gas is no joke. This is why I decided to do digital marketing, because I didn't want to be in a position where I just wanted to be comfortable, right? Living paycheck to paycheck, having to transfer money from my savings to my checking, knowing that there's going to be a limit and I'm going to be charged because I'm constantly transferring money. You know, I just don't like staying in that position. My goal with digital marketing is to be able to bless others financially, help others realize and understand that it is indeed possible to making digital marketing possible to change your life. It just takes a little bit of commitment, a lot of hard work on your end, and it will go from there. I'm not going to say it's easy because it hasn't been easy. You're going to have your ups and downs, but I'm learning along the way that it's just a part of the process. Just think about it, that you're being molded into this person, into this influence to others, and you're going to be given an opportunity to help others.
Here's something that not enough people tell you about money. Having money is very much not the same as being good with money. And you can be earning six figures and living paycheck to paycheck and or drowning in debt. There's a thing called lifestyle inflation, which is basically where the things that were good enough for you yesterday are no longer good enough for you today. Yesterday, your used Toyota felt fine. Now you need a new SUV. Last year, you only had maybe 2 nice handbags. This year, you want like 3 new ones. The hotels that used to seem amazing when you went away with your friends in your early 20s are now places you would never stay in. That's lifestyle inflation. And if your lifestyle inflation outpaces or even really keeps up with how much you're earning, you will never build wealth. Regardless of how much you earn, the key to personal finance is spending less than you're bringing in and being content with less than you could afford.
Well, that was a sobering look at the impact of inflation. It's clear that rising prices are putting a strain on our wallets. Let's hope that governments and businesses take steps to address this issue and ease the burden on consumers. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this.